guys, welcome back to Tech with Ace, where I talk about tech things. Great to see you guys again. Great to be back after 1 month of silence. I got stuff to do, but here I am again, doing some videos for you guys, along with some other videos are coming out near future. Hope you guys are staying safe around the world, in your bed, cozy, snuggling, watching some YouTubes, maybe watching my videos right now. Subscribe to my channel if you guys want to see more future videos that I will make. Yeah, and great to see you guys again. So today we are going to talk about how to save your battery life on your iPhones. By the way, subscribe to my channel if you guys want me to cover on the Android side of stuff and how to save that side of battery life. So I got some tips for you that you need to do, whether or not you need to turn some option off or on to get the most out of your iPhone. So let's jump to the phone and we'll see what do you need to do. Okay, now we are on the phone. What you guys need to do is, if you guys have an update, please update to the latest firmware of iOS. So if you guys are using the 6 and below, please update to 12.4.5 or 12.4.6 I guess now. And iOS 13 users like the 6S to the latest 11 Pro Max, update to 13.5.1 because these updates will significantly improve your battery life and overall will give you a more secure phone for the long term. So do update your phone. So if you guys want to check your update, so just go to settings, go to general and software updates. Like mine, I already update to 13.5.1. so if you guys are not on the latest software update, so I recommend update it to the latest software. So next thing, you guys want to, well, I will say significantly improve your battery life, and this is from Apple itself. Just turn on auto brightness on, and if you want to control your brightness, you can also control on the control center. Just go to accessibilities, go to display and text size, and scroll down until you see auto brightness. Like mine, I already turned it on, so I recommend turn it on. Also, Apple recommended that you guys need to turn auto brightness on so that the phone itself will adjust to the ambient light that you guys are into. So you will not be toggling your brightness all the time in case of like you forgot to put this on low brightness or high brightness. Also, if you want to control as well, just swipe down from the phone, or if you are using the latest 10, 11 or 11 Pro Max, just swipe from the right to bring out control center and you guys can control your brightness. But I recommend turning it on because it will significantly save your battery life, and it will make the processor more likely to adjust what your brightness settings are. The next thing is, you guys need to set auto lock screen on. It doesn't sound much, but believe me, this one also can give your battery life a boost a bit. So what you're going to do is go to control center, go to your settings, go to display and brightness, and scroll down until you see auto lock screen. Right now I'm at 30 seconds auto lock screen because that is the recommendation for most of the phones. Even Apple say 30 seconds is the best. So turn it on so that you are not constantly turning it on while you are putting it in your pocket. So it's the best thing. Next thing is turning your dark mode on. This doesn't affect on the LCD side of things, but if you guys are using the 10, the 10s, the 10s Max, the 11 Pro, and the 11 Pro Max, this will give you a significantly big boost of battery life if you guys want to save it. So if you guys want to turn dark mode on, there are two options. If you are just updating to iOS 13 for the first time, it will appear on the control center with the symbol like a crescent moon or something, where just turn it on and it will turn into dark mode. But if you are already throwing that away from the control center, so the thing that you need to do is go to your settings, go to brightness, and up the appearance tab you will see light and dark. So I already turned on dark mode already since iOS 13 came out. So this one will significantly boost your battery life because the individual LEDs on your phone are not lighting up. So only some of the LEDs on your phone are lighting up for some text, maybe some images, or maybe some, if you guys have a dark wallpaper, it will light up on some certain areas and it will significantly boost your battery. Next thing is location services. Yes, these location services options are actually, it's a pain in the ass, for my opinion, is because the location is constantly tracking you and your phone down, and that will drain the battery life significantly lower. So I have some options that you guys can look at, and I think these are the best things that I have done, and it boosts my battery life significantly. So if you guys want to know where to find that, go down to your settings, over to privacy, and location services. So there are some options that I recommend that you guys do, but it depends on you guys if you want to put it on or off. So like these ones on the app itself, I put it all to while using the app. So if you jump into, like example, Twitter, then your location is on, so it will just track while you are using the app only. When you go back out to your home screen, it will not use the location on your app. So it's a good way to save battery life if you are not turning it always. So if you guys look at here, example, the App Store, you'll see some of the options that are given for that specific application. So you have never, as next time, or while using the app. I recommend turn it on while using the app because it's more logical and it's better, because when you jump into an app, it will only use your location while you are using the app, not while you are back on the home screen and locking your phone. So it's a good thing to save your battery life. Or you can manually toggle these things to ask, or maybe never. Some of it I put while using the app. Some of it also I put it never, like this one, QQ, and also settle. It's not settle, scannable. And Telegram, I didn't put Telegram for tracking my locations because it's kind of scary. So yeah. So if you guys scroll all the way down, you will see some text below here. So these text indicate that which of your application are using your location right now. So if it purple and it's not filled in, it's just a line purple, it says that it indicates that an item may receive your location under certain conditions. So if some of the apps you are using has a hollow arrow on it, so that thing may be tracking your location, but it's not constantly using it every single seconds. While a purple full indication means that it is using your location recently. So let's say you open Instagram or Twitter. When you open the app, inside of it you'll see that symbol, that location symbol, uh, turn purple because of the application is tracking your location uh, right now. So if it turns gray, then it just tracks your location for the past 24 hours. So I recommend turning it while using the app. It's better. So scroll down here as well. Above the text there's the option called System Services. So open that, and here's my recommendations of turning some these off to significantly improve battery life. So I have these options turned off because some of it is recommended by Apple and some of it I read online. These options significantly drain your battery life to the fullest. So I recommend you turn off what I put it here and see if it works for you guys. And also, if the product improvement like iPhone Analytics is turned on, I recommend turn it off because Apple, they know what is best for their customers. So I think you don't need to send them some analytics to them. Yeah, they can improve their services by other developments. So I think if you guys are not a developer, let's turn that off. Alright, so the next thing is background app refresh. So this one is a bit of a twist. Some say to leave it on, but some say to leave it off. But my recommendation is background app refresh doesn't need to turn on always. Believe me. So if you want to save more battery life by this option, put it in on Wi-Fi. Because why? Background app refresh uses your data, your mobile plan data, to constantly refresh the app every time you leave the app. So meaning if you re-enter Twitter, it will give you the latest news right away. But I recommend turning that off because it drains a lot of your battery while you're using mobile data. So these are my recommendations. You go to settings, go to general, go to background app refresh. Like mine, I turn it off because I don't want it constantly to refresh every time while I'm away. So it's best for you to jump into the app and refresh it by yourself, and it will save battery life significantly. That's one thing. So the next thing is, if you guys are on Wi-Fi, use Wi-Fi. Period. Use Wi-Fi. No, I'm serious. Use Wi-Fi. Don't use mobile data. Mobile data significantly drains battery more than Wi-Fi because Wi-Fi is more power efficient than mobile data. So if you guys are at home and you have Wi-Fi, sorry for those that doesn't have Wi-Fi, but if you guys have Wi-Fi at home, turn on Wi-Fi and turn off mobile data. It's the best. If you guys want to use mobile data, use it outside while you are on in the car, or maybe at a restaurant, or maybe you're going out with your friends. Use mobile data when you want to use. But when you are at home and you have Wi-Fi, turn it on because it will save your battery life more, and it will charge faster, obviously. So next thing is, if you guys are in an area that doesn't have any network data, has bad receptions, I recommend to turn this thing on. Airplane mode. Airplane mode doesn't mean that you need to be at the airport to turn it on. No. But if you have or come across at a, a specific place that doesn't have mobile coverage or any network there, or you have like a 1 bar E, I recommend to turn that on because it will save a lot of your battery, and the network doesn't need to constantly searching or refreshing for it to find a better signal. So I recommend turn that off. If I recommend turn airplane on if you guys are in a bad area or you have bad receptions there. That's my point. And also, fun tip: if you guys want to charge your phone faster, I recommend you to turn on airplane mode while you charge your phone. That way you get like 4 to 5% faster than your average speed. Sounds great, right? So if you guys are on like a 10% level battery, I recommend turn it on airplane mode and charge it. You'll get like 5% more battery than you use to charge while you're not turning it on. So now you know. So next thing, for those of you who are using the Apple Mail app, so I recommend these options to you if you guys want to save some battery life and doesn't want to be in pain when your phone died. So go to your settings and scroll down until mail, not mail, password and account. You see down there, fetch new data. So fetch new data means the mail app is constantly fetching your mail every 20 or 30 seconds to you to receive mail. So if you guys use the Apple Mail app a lot, I recommend to either turn it off or put it in fetch. Because if you put it in push, like this one, I already turned off push, because if push, it will constantly push your mail into your inbox every 30 seconds. So it will constantly like searching for mail and put it in your inbox every what time that you put it in intervals. So I recommend put push to off, and some of these things it's better to put either automatically fetch or manually fetch itself. So it's better for you to guys put your fetch options into manual or 30 minutes every frequently, so it won't constantly checking your mail for new mails. So the next thing is delete some apps that you are not using. Simple. Just delete some apps on your home screen that you are not using more than, I would say, 2 weeks, 14 days. Because those applications will tend to be cumbersome in your storage, and plus it will constantly, it's not constantly, but it will slowly drain your battery life if you are not using the app more than 14 days. So I recommend delete some apps that you are not using more than 14 days so that you can clear up some storage and you can save some battery life. Easy. And next option is to turn on low power mode. Yes, this toggle here, just turn it on. Low power mode. Low power mode is significantly better because it will put your phone in a low power state and it won't drain any battery. So it's like you are putting your computer in low power mode. So when something is happening in the background, it will shut off automatically. So like app refresh, notifications, and all those stuff, it will slowly dismantle the process, and some apps will shut down entirely, so you won't be constantly using the phone's battery to refresh all the apps. So I recommend turn it on. And next is Bluetooth. Bluetooth doesn't sound that much because it doesn't use that power often, but if you don't have anything that is connected to your phone, like for example I'm using this Mi Band watch to connect my phone to this watch to constantly track my distance and everything, turn it off, because it's better for you if you are not using any devices, any Bluetooth devices that that connected to your phone. So why turn it on? Just turn it off. And that's it. Those are the tips that I think will help you significantly to save battery life. So if these options doesn't work for you, my bad, but I am pretty sure 67% of these options that I gave you will significantly improve your battery life 2 or 3 folds up, not down. So thanks for watching. It's great to be back as well. Sorry for anything that I've leave these videos. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Also leave a comment down below if you guys want to see any future videos that I will cover, and hit the like button and share. Also subscribe and hit the bell icon so you won't miss any future videos from me. Until then, I'll see you guys later. Bye.